to plant some cotton. Well, we've actually been planting cotton for a while, but I'm only now making a video. We've been busy. Had a little bit of issues. Not big issues, but annoying issues. Nothing that's been really setting us back, but we've been busy. But I'm here currently at the pivot. I'm gonna leave a row out. So I'm just gonna take this guy right here. And you can see that. I'm just gonna flip this guy up. Put that guy in right there just like that, so now it's not engaged, and that's not going to plant all the way along. And I'm having a couple issues with a couple of these guys. Yeah, they're bent. They're not working very great, as you can tell. Yeah, there's that one, I believe. This one, which this one has a hose underneath it. Let me just set you guys down for a second. Let me put that guy right there, and I guess that one needs to be bent too. Yeah, they don't stay on very nicely. They're a little loose. Oh well, I have a pair of pliers. I'm gonna see if I can bend it. But we're playing cotton. Got my boxes almost full of seed, pretty full. That should last us hopefully all day. With these extensions on there, we can fit a lot of seed in there, and we can go for a really long time. So we're set for, well, we're hoping at least 300 acres. And yes, I'm aware that those row units, they do have two little nuts on there that you can adjust, and I already did that. And it still did it. It's still been kind of hopping off. I don't know why. Maybe we just need new row units. It is quite old, but I just bend it and then it tightens it back up again. We're good to go. It works pretty good. It's these valley tracks right here. You kind of drive really slow through them. That's what really kills your planter. If you fly through those valley tracks, you can damage a lot of stuff. Not fun. Not a good time. One thing I've noticed about our planters is these bars right here. If we set our seed population to 22,000, these bars are literally all over the place. One's too far down, one's too far up. Like they're all over the place. Like they're crazy. It does not plant accurately. You switch it to 23,000, and then they're nice and close to the center. So they'll still go up and down, as you just barely saw there, but they stay a lot more closer to the center than with 22,000 seed. I don't know why, but I guess the planter just doesn't like 22,000 seeds per acre. So I guess it's a very picky planter. I don't know. I feel like our planters are getting old. They probably would need a full new makeover and whatnot, but they work really, really well for planting peanuts. So for that reason, we just keep them. There's no sense in trading them in, getting more payments or something just for a newer planter. They work for what we use them around here, but it would be nice to have them have a little bit better planters for cotton. But for peanuts, they work great. There's still quite a few bales sitting around that still need to be hauled away. We'll get to it. All right. So some of the issues we've been having this past week, or last week actually, is for some weird reason our planters, they both have been doing it, and we don't know why. We cannot find any symptoms or anything. We're trying to diagnose the problem. We can't figure it out. But pretty much just the center 8 rows, because we have 3 sections. We have that wing 4 rows, that wing 4 rows, and the center 8 rows, as you can see right here. These are the sections that I use if I want to do it manually. But I can also turn on automatic section control, and it'll do it by itself whenever it, you know, overlaps, or there's a boundary or any of that sort. But I'm guessing it has to do with the section control. This is just what I'm trying to theorize right now. This so far is just a theory. I'm testing it. I will see if I'm actually right or not. But here's what's been happening. The center 8 rows randomly, very randomly, like it's It's so random that you can't find a pattern. You don't know why it's doing it. But pretty much what it does, it'll stop for just a split second, and a very split second. Let me turn off my sections manually here. It'll turn off for a split second, and then it'll turn right away back on, full RPMs. Like, it'll spin as fast as it can, also for like a second or less than a second. So there's gonna be spots in the field where it may be planted like 100,000 seeds to the acre, or whatever the max it can do. Whenever I go into the diagnostic center and I read what each row unit is doing, I can see whenever it happens that the center 8 rows, that meter, that hydraulic meter back there, it shows me the flow rate that it's doing, and normally it's supposed to be at somewhere around 30 to 33. That's where it's supposed to be at, 33 RPMs, and it'll go all the way up to 400. So you know that guy is spinning fast back there, and I don't know why it's doing it. It does it every now and then. Some days it goes by not doing it a single time at all. Then the next day it'll do it like 3 times back to back and then stop completely. Like, I have no idea why it's doing it. I've run through pretty much every test that I can. Let's go into my planter page. I've gone through the entire diagnostic center. I've done all the tests, you name it. I've done it all, and I don't know why it's doing it. It's very weird to me. But if I ever figure it out, I'll let you know. But as of right now, I don't know why it's doing it. It makes no sense to me. Well, that's 120 acre field done. On to the next. Yeah, it only ever did it that one time, and then I turned off section control, and then it didn't do it, and I turned it back on, and then it still didn't do it. So I don't know, maybe my theory's invalid. I'm gonna continue trying it though. I'm gonna turn it off randomly, or leave it on now and see if it does it again, and turn it off again. I don't know, it's weird. If anybody knows what kind of issues we're having, and if you could let me know, that would be great. Because it's very annoying, because it plants nice 99% of the time. Just those few times throughout the day, it'll do that, and I don't know why. For the life of me, we cannot figure it out. At first, my brother thought it was like a hydraulic issue, but I don't think it's a hydraulic issue. If anything, it might be electrical. Who knows? It's weird. We don't know what the problem is. Kind of annoying, the fact that we can't figure it out. I wish a problem would just reveal itself to where we could fix it, but we don't know, so we just keep planting. We just continue going, hoping that the problem will reveal itself, and then we'll fix it then. But as for now, we're going. It worked fine on peanuts though. We never had an issue while planting peanuts. Only whenever we switched to cotton. Very strange. On the move to the next field, and it is just a couple of miles down the road, and no, we're not gonna fold up. We're just gonna drive like this a mile and a half down the road. Scratch that. It was worth a shot. It's not section control. That was like my last resort to find some sort of problem, but it's not it. I do have one idea what it might be though. I don't know if that'll be right, but I do have a suspicion. But we don't have time to fix that issue now because rain is coming. I just got an alert on my phone, and then everybody's been calling and texting. Everybody's been saying, hey, there's a lot of rain coming. Just like 2 weeks ago, that Saturday, where we were, well, it was actually that Friday evening where we were stacking bales all night. Yeah, I was supposed to rain like crazy then too, but no, we just got like a tenth or two, just a sprinkle here and there. Not a lot, but today it's supposed to rain again, so we're gonna keep going. Rain's supposed to be here at like 7 to 7:30. And by our calculations, we're only gonna finish these 2 fields that we're on. I'm on this one. Get up a little bit, Carly. And my cousin's on that field back there. and we're gonna try to see if we can finish both of these fields today before all the rain. So we'll see what happens. Well, it looks like today is one of those days where those drill units are being the worst they have been in the past couple of days. Yeah, it's going all crazy. Yeah, that's the only thing that pops up. It just says, it's just telling me what I already know, that they're operating at the wrong speed. Yeah, I know that. I know all this. Just tell me something that's actually wrong. Gosh, this is getting very out of hand. Like at this point now, I can't even plant anymore, and there's nothing wrong. Everything drives fine, turns fine, but for some reason it keeps speeding up. And it's getting windy, and I want to plant everything before all the rain. I was almost thinking, because this is the middle section unit, I was almost thinking it was this guy right here. Maybe something to do with the wiring, maybe, or something. I have no idea, but I don't know. There's nothing wrong here. Can't find anything wrong. It all looks fine. Well, it works again. You take a guess at what I did. Yeah, I guess that's all it took. I just put a ton of this on every single chain, even bearing. I put it on everything. And now it's fine. Not even a hiccup. Like earlier I would get a hiccup every now and then. Now nothing. Now it's smooth. Like, look at this. You can't get smoother than that. I don't know. It's a weird planter. I don't know what to tell you. It was causing me so many issues before, and it was frustrating. I'll tell you that. It was very, very frustrating. I was about to give up, and then I just like, I'll just grease everything, see what happens. Maybe there's a chain somewhere binding up something, maybe. I don't know. But it's working, and we're going, so I'm not complaining. I'm just gonna continue going right now. It is what it is. So if ever you have any issues just like this, I guess just grease it. I don't know, unless if there's an actual issue that I'm overlooking here, but it's working. It's working. And on to another field. I'm actually gonna take a look outside to see how well it's working. By the way, so far 263 acre day. Not half bad. I think here on this field they're going in a wet ground, and yep, it sure looks like it. Not very wet, but it's pretty wet. I believe we're going to turn this pivot on right away start watering. So it'll totally be fine. And I can't find any more seed. They just way deeper. Oh, there you go. Oh, that one was in dry ground. Let's see. Maybe I might have to. There's another one in dry ground. Interesting. Might have to change my depth a little, because as far as this is concerned, I'm going way too shallow. I might have to make a few adjustments. Well, he just barely had the same problem I've been having for the past couple of hours, and he also just greased his planter, and now no more issues. Now it works good. I guess that's the problem. It just needs to be WD-40'd. I don't know. This is the solution we've come up with, and it works. So we're finishing the planting season this year like this. Hopefully next year we won't do this, which we're almost done with planting season. We're getting close to the end. Hopefully we'll finish it all pretty soon. And side note, it does not look like it's gonna rain today. Like there's no clouds. There's some off in the distance there, but no clouds here. I don't know what everyone was talking about. It was gonna rain today and thunderstorm, and the weather app was saying you better be careful. There's tornadoes and hail and everything's coming, and there's nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Someone's delusional. Making our last pass and we're done for the day. Looks like I need to do 8 more rows maybe. Looks like it's not quite a full pass, so I'll just have to double plant whatever he's planting here, which is fine. And we're just gonna head back to the barn, and since it's late at night, then we are gonna fold up. Throughout the day we wouldn't, but we don't want any accidents. Well, that's it for today. I guess for now, that's the end of this video. As always, I do appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see y'all guys in the next one.